Issathicknation here. Students, get your pens and your notebooks. It's time to get some education about self-love. I'm feeling good today, and I'm going to share how and why I'm feeling good. And most of all, today I am letting you know the top 4 mistakes. You hear me? I'm pulling out some teacher vibes. Okay, the top 4 mistakes you're making in your self-love journey, and this is the time that you stop making them, or you recognize yourself when you're doing them, and you switch it up and get yourself self-loving fully. Get that self-love coat on your shoulders, baby. Get yourself feeling good. And don't forget to smash that like button, because we want more people loving themselves. And don't forget to subscribe, girl, because the bigger we get, the better we get. So if you haven't already seen my priorities video, that means that maybe I haven't uploaded it, but girl, I'm going to link it up somewhere up here. But first of all, the first mistake you're making is that you're not viewing it as important. You're not viewing it, you're not prioritizing it, you're thinking, oh yes, self-love, everybody gets it. But actually, you have to prioritize yourself. You have to view it as important. So the way you view it as important and stop making the mistakes of just putting it right at the end of the things is by thinking about how you involve yourself in your finances, how you manage your finances, how your finances cater to making you feel good. Because if you don't manage your finances properly, you will feel like shit, and that feeling tends to drive into thinking that you're not good enough or something like that. So do think about your finances. Prioritize yourself at work, prioritize yourself in life, prioritize yourself, prioritize yourself, prioritize yourself. The second mistake that you're making is that you're not doing the things that will lead to that appreciation of self and to self-love, such as doing rituals and routines, trying to get to know yourself, self-affirmations and stuff like that. You're thinking if you change, just suddenly switch off your mindset, you will suddenly learn how to love yourself. If you follow the girls that love themselves on the gram, you will suddenly learn how to love yourself. But actually, you have to put in the work. The first thing you have to do, think about how you can create routines, such as self-care Sunday routines, such as restful routines. Wednesday, what do? You have a schedule. One of the things that will help you get to where you want to be with self-love is consistency. Consistency applies to absolutely everything, and even yourself. So think about rituals. What I mean by rituals is that the things that you do every now and then that make you feel good about yourself. For instance, I personally do take myself to stuff like restaurants. I take myself to cinema almost all the time, because cinema, I swear down, the cinema is my happiest place on earth. I could be anywhere in the world, but I would rather be in the cinema sometimes. So doing stuff like that, and also taking care of self, thinking about how you take care of yourself, skin care, self-care, all of that, investing in yourself and taking those things seriously is one of the few things that'll get you up to the ladder where you are close to loving yourself fully within your self-love journey. The third mistake that you're making is that you are lenient on yourself because self-love. What I mean by that is that I have been seeing it a lot, even with myself. Sometimes I did it, but now I have learned that it's not benefiting me in any shape or form. For instance, I'm going to talk about food. There is a thin line between these toxic diets and healthy eating, but you'll find that some people are being lenient on themselves and saying, oh, I'll have a McDonald's because self-love, because I love myself anyway. But I was like that, trust me, I was like that. I'd get myself a McDonald's, I'd get myself a pizza. But when I started to see my weight increase and these little new factors that were not in my life, like I'm slower than I used to be, I'm no longer as active, I can't stand for too long, I started to allow that not feeling good in my body to affect my self-love, where I would literally like pick on certain parts of my body and be like, I don't like this, I don't like this, and that needs to stop. So don't be lenient on yourself. Push yourself. Don't just eat crap because self-love. That is not self-love. Loving yourself is caring about what you put in your body and what you put on your body. It's about how you present yourself and about what you think of yourself. So when you're lenient on behaviors, on bad habits, on bad eating, on no exercise, no nothing, and just say self-love, trust me, you're not going to get to that journey, because you constantly just be building on bad habits and not trying to improve your good habits so that you can get to the fullest potential of your self-love. Last mistake that you're making is that you're not self-studying. How do you expect to love yourself when you don't fully have the curiosity to know yourself fully? Sometimes we think we know ourselves, but actually we don't. It's about taking time. I recently watched a Buddhist video that I will also try and link below, where he was talking about how every evening you should get yourself a journal or something and just reflect on how your day was, how your body felt, how your mind felt, and how your heart felt, and how you felt overall about a lot of things. It is so important to be self-aware of your little habits, of your new habits, of your bad habits. It is important to be self-aware of also how you behave in certain situations and what causes that behavior, what causes that. You have to study yourself. As humans, we are so complex. So you have to invest in learning yourself. Things such as therapy get really eye-opening about yourself. Looking up for a self-love coach, it's eye-opening about yourself. Reading books, I've got books that I've read that I'll link below, that when I'm reading them I'm like, blimey, it's teaching me something about myself. So invest in getting to know yourself, because unless you know yourself, you won't really know what it is that you're saying you are in love with. Subscribe, like this video so that we can get more people self-loving, and don't forget to follow me on the Instagram where I'll put my name here. Other than that, this is the end of the video. It was very fast, very choppy, but other than that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.